Peter, thank you very much for coming in this evening and talking a little bit about the meniscal problems that you had and Actifit. I understand you're in the military.
Yes.
Was your tear due to work or was it on the sports field?
It was on the sports field. Actually, I was playing soccer. I would say football, but in England they say soccer. Where I was dueling with another player, and he pushed me in my back, and I overstretched my knee, and I had the total package because I had my cruciate ligament cut off, popped up. Then I had my meniscus damaged, and the rest of my knee was a little bit injured as well.
Did you have both treatments done at the same time?
No. That was the big problem, because that was actually the toughest part of the operation, because they had to do it in two parts. So firstly, they did the meniscus here in the Gent, and after 3 months, after my rehab, I had to do my cruciate again, and again in rehab of 6-7 months.
And were both of those done at this hospital with the same
Both
surgeon?
is done in this hospital.
Okay. What was the impact on your work from an accident such as that?
I was quite a time away from my work, like 4 months. But they were cool with it, so I had to profit.
And up until that accident, obviously you were playing soccer.
Yes.
Quite active, I would imagine, quite fit within the military. Other sports too?
I did for a long time capoeira, is the Brazilian sport. Afterwards, running, of course, it's one part of my job as well, and soccer, playing soccer, 2-3 times a week.
How did you find out about Actifit?
Basically, firstly I read it in the newspaper, and I was interested. And afterwards, I did because I knew the name of the professor, and I was looking into it and some investigation on the internet. And for me, it was basically a win-win situation, because I knew with my injuries, they have to remove my meniscus, so I could only win in this situation.
You came in as a volunteer for the trial.
Yes.
What was the procedure like? Was it very brief? Were you in for 1 day, or were you in hospital for a longer period?
No, firstly, I came here, and then he made his, how you say that, looked in what was the real problem of my knee. So at that moment, he saw he had my cruciate, he had my meniscus, and all the rest, and he said, listen, we're going to start first, because you are now in the terms to be accepted for this test. Are you willing or are you willing not? And I say, I'm willing, because, like I said, it's a win-win situation. And he said, okay, that's going to happen. We're going to first do that operation. You're going to have a rehab in a strict procedures. We're going to follow you up. Are you cool with that? And I said, no problem. So it was easy going. So it was, you come in, it was a little bit, I almost say an advantage to be in that phase, because they were more forthcoming than the normal procedures, I suppose.
And what was the rehabilitation like? Was it an easy period?
For the first operation, it was quite easy. It was easy. You know, I had to 15 degrees, 30 degrees, and you go further. But the toughest part was mentally for me, because I knew at that moment I had to be getting an operation again, and afterwards I had to start over from square one to build up again my muscle strength and stuff like that. And then that was the hardest part of these operations.
You've obviously come through both rehabilitations quite well.
Yes.
Are you playing sport again?
Since a few weeks I'm playing soccer again, and running for like 1 month, and spinning bicycle.
So how long ago did your rehabilitation finish?
Yeah, and one day I say, I'm feeling good, and so I go to do some sport, and I start to first with bicycles, and certainly I did with the kinesist. I did the therapy following the rehab, and afterwards, and you feel comfortable, you start to bicycle. And then I said, well, maybe it's time for playing soccer, and I played a game. Firstly as a goalkeeper to see if everything is okay, but it went well. And now I'm playing every 2 weeks, and in the near future, I'm going to play every week, and maybe 2 times a week again.
It must feel great to be back on the field.
Yes, but not so good for my team players, because my condition is of course fell back, and I know I'm a little bit too heavy now and a little bit too slow. So they are complaining on me that I have to work out more, which I'm trying to do now.
Good for you. When you were coming through the rehabilitation,
Yeah.
at what point did the pain start to go away for you and you started to feel good again?
I can't remember anymore. I had more pain with my cruciate done than with my meniscus done. With my meniscus, after 2 months and a half, I could easily walk again to my work, because I'm traveling with public transportation, so with train, so I have to walk a lot, and that was comfortable. But with my cruciate, I felt it takes long time. I was like a limp. I have a limp leg. But that now it's over. Start sports again. But exactly time schedule, time frame, I can't tell. It was like this. It went over.
But you're free from pain now.
Basically, yes. A little bit. If I go too tough in my duels with in the soccer, I feel a little bit, and not on my bad knee, but so-called bad knee, but more in my good knee, because I was you are still compensating a little bit. It's still there somewhere in your brain, but watch out with your knee.
What difference has Actifit made to your life?
Basically, I think, in my opinion, it would prevent the erosion of my knees, because otherwise it was removed, and now we have something in place that could prevent.